Quick TA update on Bitcoin. This is London. Let's go ahead and look at the 4-hourly low RSI. Typically is a good pickup zone for Bitcoin. We've hit that 30 oversold on the 4-hourly. Be aware that the current hit at 87,000 has the underlying oversold on the daily. The daily low RSI of 30 measurement comes in at 84,247. The 4-hourly low RSI has been a consistently nice pickup zone, especially if you have, as we have done on MarketHedge, stacked orders underneath and played for a rebound at least to that oversold entry break threshold, which would be at that 87,051. Indeed, those orders below have paid well consistently along this drop in the preceding number of weeks. In terms of the price action to the downside, let's pay attention first of all just to the break on the histogram for the MACD. You can see that the 4-hourly was true to form in terms of this breakdown on the Asia session. By the way, in terms of the start of the week on Monday here, we saw this break on the Asia session and we were already, which we like to see, already in negative territory for the histogram on the MACD. So in terms of preceding demand zones to the left, we've got them as you look at just basic price action and those downside support pivots to the left. So this is a pick up zone with the caution. Let's just discuss this with the caution that the bulls failed on the daily time frame. Looking at the 20 moving average, that 20 moving average, which we discussed as the hurdle to get to the upside. Indeed, the bulls looked just really locked horns with that daily 20 moving average on Bitcoin and just refused to get up, out, and over this solidified hit and around that 90, almost 92,000, depending upon your exchange of choice. It may be 91.9, 91.8. So the move to the downside is really just a pivot after locking the horns, etc., and just failing to get over that hurdle to try and get some of those upside targets in around that 98 to 101,000, which were the preceding support zones here, which we would like to flip to resistance. In terms of caution to the downside, just be aware that this move to the downside with the upward slanting channel here does constitute a bear flag. I don't want to be overly cautious right now because, as you all know, as you look at anything that's overly cautious, as soon as we start going up, everyone wants to say the bottom is in and I missed the bottom. So I'll tell you, if you didn't catch the bottom here, you've got a participation opportunity here with the 4-hourly low RSI. And again, I would always prefer to see people engage in high probability trades. Yes, with your setup of choice, with your preferred dynamic in the market, be that the low daily RSI, which will occur much less than that low hourly, that low 4-hourly metric. So as we look at let's say the residual metric here on the daily, which we haven't discussed, is going to be the histogram MACD. Very important for bulls to try and repivot to the upside directionally here. Maintaining this positive nature of the histogram on the MACD is going to be critical, okay? Just a single impulse up and over, if you'll just look at the price action along the way down, these single impulses with additional price action to the downside can really disappoint in terms of the bull's expectations. If you're holding for longer term, etc., I know that you're a little bit more calm and looking for additional pickups to the downside. Let's revisit on the monthly very quickly. Let's look at the monthly and let's look at our Bollinger Band on the monthly. We'll do that. We'll wrap this TA session up. Hope you guys had a great weekend and a great Thanksgiving with all the families, etc. Congratulations to all of our VIP. Shout out to you guys. What's going on with Luke and J Mac, and shout out to Daniel. What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. This is the biggest ultimate concern on the monthly histogram MACD is this negative territory. We barely breached into it. You guys know we were breaching into it along with let's just talk about this movement underneath the 20 moving average on the monthly. And this is just going to be a critical move here as we look at the momentum really dropping on that histogram. It's just a key metric. And if you backtest this, you look at the USDT or the USD index, Bitcoin USD index, and you'll just see it's one of the key metrics for Bitcoin long term. And again, not to scare you, because as soon as I talk to bearish, you guys are going to just hate not having caught the bottom. So what do? We scale in. You guys know that ideally we'd love to hit this lower standard deviation at some point. And you guys know Of course, we'd love to hit that $50,000, but it's acted as a really strong level of support, just back testing this along with the 100-day 100 weekly moving average, 200 weekly moving average, et cetera. Those dynamics will continue to press on and investigate this further as we get closer to those levels. Right now, what's in play, that 20 moving average on the monthly. So with everything said, I hope you guys are doing well. Remember, never overexpose to any specific trade or asset or trade. Let's just say series of trades if you're hedging. And with that said, always with heavy cash reserves. Please remember that. Always with heavy cash reserves. If you're in at the 4-hourly low RSI long, make sure that you're covered down through the 84,235 and they're below, right? I always like to cover a 4-hourly low RSI at least $3,000 to $5,000 in terms of the overall exposure. And I really like to cover any daily low RSI if you're not covering it $8,000 to $10,000 in terms of your pickup area underneath a daily low RSI. You're not playing the ball game the right way, guys. It will flush you out. That daily RSI can get aggressive like it did here to the downside. We saw that daily low RSI hit in this zone, and then we saw a big move, guys, a big crunch down here, $7,000, $8,000. So be prepared with lower levels, and that's the name of the game at Bitcoin. You guys know, not being overexposed and being prepared to catch those drops in and when we can get them. So to the guys, to the extent that you're trading and you're consistently doing well, congratulations. And if you're not, if you guys want to join #1 trade group, go ahead and join our VIP. We'll put you in the back with our traders. And in terms of the VIP experience, etc., we are in the back with the trade rooms. We want to shout out to BTCC. BTCC, our exchange of choice, and we're able to scale in. We're able to place in and stack orders with BTCC algorithmically. Speed of light stuff, guys. Very, very impressive in terms of Bitcoin and their API division and what we've been able to accomplish. And you'll get access to our charts and signals, etc. in the back. I hope you guys are doing well and had a great Thanksgiving again. This is London with MarketHedge. Let's be prepared to trade along and potentially skip down on this 4-hourly low RSI and never be afraid to hit that take button. Remember, we were on that 4-hourly high RSI and we got that reversal. So all you bears who entered in here when we were talking about this potential reversal in this zone, congratulations. This is London with MarketHedge.